gonna make him an offer again.
All the gin joints and all the towns and all the
can't
world.
handle the truth. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly,
war.
my dear, I don't give a damn.
This is where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Welcome, everybody, back to Multiplex Movie Melee. I'm your host, Payson the Cinemaster Johnson, and we have an exciting match in the Golden Ticket Tournament, a rematch from 2023, I believe. Jacob Cameron is taking on Nazario Montenegro. I don't know two people that have quite more of a silent, bitter rivalry than these two do. But certain other leagues, Jacob likes to really hold it above the fact, hold it against Nazario that he's beat him in singles. And I know Nazario personally has been waiting for this rematch because I know he wants to prove that he can beat Jacob. I'm super excited for this match. There's probably going to be a lot of trash talking, a lot of hatred from both competitors. On the desk with me is Dylan. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. I, for one, like both of these competitors.
Oh,
yeah. They might not like each other, but I'm a fan of both of them. Yeah, like you said, Jacob got the win the first time around, so it'll be interesting to see because after that, Nazario's had been on a really, really good run. He made it very far into the tournament last time we saw him, I believe, making it all the way to the semis. So that was very impressive. And yeah, I'm excited to see what he can do moving forward. Jacob also has been on an upswing recently. I believe his last win was against Jim Green late last year. Got the win there. So I'm very excited to see what he can do as well. Should be a good one.
Exciting match, bad blood between these two. I say we bring them in, starting with our first competitor tonight, Jacob. I know in the famous League of Cinephiles, you like to talk a lot of shit to Nazario. You like to get under his skin. It's really fun to watch that. You beat him before this league. How are you feeling now going up against a rematch against him?
Yeah, dumping on Nazario is my favorite pastime, besides running, of course. But no, it's great to be back for another season in Multiplex. Kind of back to where I started almost. My first singles match was against Nazario, and now we're running it back. So I feel like it's going to be more of the same.
Interesting words. I love that confidence. I say we bring in your opponent tonight. Nazario, you had an excellent run last year. I know this win has been a thorn at your side. You've been wanting this rematch. How are you feeling now that Jacob is now staring down at you once again in singles? Oh.
Who's going to tell him he's muted?
Yeah, you are muted. Your audio is not working, but this seems to be a short.
Not?
There you go. Now you go.
Okay. I'll be honest. He's good, but I'm good. And he probably studies, and I don't study. Who's truly better?
I guess we will see. Round one is going to work like this. Competitors will get 3 repeats and 1 challenge. Round one is going to work like this. Competitors will receive 8 questions in 8 general movie trivia categories, each worth 1 point apiece, in which case they will have 15 seconds to write their answer down once they hear the question, after which I will say pens down. You will reveal your answers. Get all 8 questions right, you will receive a bonus question. Competitors have 3 repeats and 1 challenge throughout the duration of the match. Any questions?
Nope.
How many times are you going to tell me to, show hands?
Every time you put your hands down, Nazario, please just keep your hands up or angle your camera. Thank you. Your first question will be coming to you in the category of the 1990s. Who plays porn director Jack Horner in Boogie Nights?
All right, so you entertain the audience while I text the match after this that the link might be a bit late.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Phenomenal film. This movie made me want to ask Dylan how many times a week he eats fast food. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. You thought I was going to go somewhere else. Jacob, we'll go to you.
Burt Reynolds.
And we will go to Nazario.
This movie fucks a lot. Burt Reynolds.
Yes, it does. Burt Reynolds is correct. Both players tied.
All right, as we get into your next question in the category of musicals, you will find a main character with daughters named Seitel, Hodel, and Java in what musical?
I'm going to help you out. Seitel, Hodel, and Hava.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Not a big musicals guy, if you couldn't figure that out.
I don't watch a ton of them. I want to watch more, but I was a theater major, so have a lot of knowledge, and I do like going to the theater, if you will. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I was also in this musical. Nazario, we'll go to you,
Thanks, Bar, for making me watch Fiddler on the Roof.
and we'll go to Jacob.
I was Tevye, Fiddler on the Roof.
Good shit. Fiddler on the Roof is correct. That's awesome, Jacob. As we get into your third question, comic book movies. What was the first comic book film to feature a performance from Jon Favreau? Jacob was Tevye, which is a much more impressive role than I had. I was the rabbi. I was 12. I had to use spirit gum and fake hair for a beard. It was really funny. Yeah, I had one line.
Huh.
Yeah.
What was the line?
I forget. It was like 50 years ago. 5, 4, 3,
That's why there doesn't get more lines.
1. Pens down. Something about like leaving on a tefka. Jacob, will go to you,
Daredevil.
and we'll go to Nazario.
Daredevil.
Daredevil is correct.
So your next question will be in the category of romance. Omar Sharif plays a Russian physician who falls in love with a political activist's wife in what romance film?
Do you have a favorite Russian ruler?
I'm going to say no.
Okay,
Do you?
not a. Trotsky seems okay.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Nazario, will go to you,
I've never seen it, but that description screams Dr. Zhivago.
and we'll go to Jacob.
Here's a deep cut. Zorna the Greek.
Dr. Zhivago is correct. Nazario getting
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
As we head into your fifth question in the category of recent releases.
No.
Name one of the two people that Nicholas Braun portrays in Saturday Night. I really liked this movie.
It was good.
I know you were a little mixed. I think like saying you really like this movie and not saying it's the best thing ever means you get crosshairs from someone from Iowa. But I didn't really like.
I think it was just a perfectly fine movie that I'll not remember in like a year.
I really love the energy and like the cast of it. 5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jacob, will go to you,
Jim Henson.
and we'll go to Nazario.
I do believe the other one is Andy Kaufman, but I went with Jim Henson.
Jim Henson is correct. The other one was Andy Kaufman.
All right. So then your next question will be in the category of the 1980s. At the beginning of Brazil, what gets jammed in the teleprinter which ends up misprinting an arrest warrant?
I love this movie.
Me too.
Just the best adaptation of 1984 I think we could possibly make.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it's not an adaptation, but like very heavily inspired by it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Nazario, will go to you.
I guess one guess was good enough. So, paper?
We'll go to Jacob.
I said a phone of some kind.
Both incorrect. We were looking for a bug.
Uh,
It's specifically a fly that falls in, but yeah, bug.
Yeah.
Your
That's
pen
almost-
question, going back a decade to the 1970s. How does Alex try to kill himself at the end of A Clockwork Orange?
I swear I'm a movie fan, but I still need to see this.
Ooh, so good. It's my second favorite Kubrick movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Alex is one of the great movie characters of all time.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm looking
5,
forward to it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Watch it with your whole family. Jacob, will go to you,
throws himself in front of a car.
and we'll go to Nazario.
Runs into a cliff.
Both incorrect. We're looking for jump out a window.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I knew he jumped out of somewhere.
And you said run into a cliff. Interesting.
Yeah. You run and then you jump off a cliff, like into it.
All right, so then your final question around number 1 will be in the category of directors. What was the directorial debut of Baz Luhrmann?
You know what's funny? Nazario tries to say that running off a cliff is the same as running into a cliff. I'm really happy the answer wasn't he runs off a cliff, or else we would have had a really stupid challenge.
Would we? I would have accepted it.
You're nicer than I am. 5, 4.
Repeat.
Okay, that is Nazario's first repeat.
Your question again. What was the directorial debut of Baz Luhrmann? It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, it's close enough.
I guess I just refer to like the inside of a cliff as a chasm, so like he runs into a chasm. Like,
Are you picturing him on like the inside just running into like a wall?
that's what I thought when he said runs into a cliff. Like boom, like runs off a cliff. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Nazario will go to you.
I don't remember. It's dance something. Dance studio. I went with something about dance.
And we'll go to Jacob.
I went with Romeo plus Juliet.
That's the second one.
Nazario was correct. It is about dancing. It's strictly ballroom.
Strictly ballroom. God damn it.
Damn.
Strictly ballroom was the correct answer. So after that, Dylan, I have Nazario in the lead at 5. Jacob with 4. Is that what you have?
That is what I have, yes.
All right, but anything can happen as we move into round number 2, also known as the wheel round. Competitors will get a spin at the wheel, in which case they'll receive 5 questions from whatever category they land on, each worth 2 points apiece. If they would like, they can check on the multiple choice, which values the question down to 1 point. Don't like what they spin for their first spin, they are elected to respin, but they must keep whatever they land on for their second spin. But be on the lookout because steals are available in this round. The categories in your lovely wheel tonight are directed by Brad Bird, which is Jacob's strength, Walt Disney Animation Studios, which is Nazario's strength, as well as recent releases, family, horror, 90s, romantic comedies, and classics. Nazario, you are in the lead. Would you like to go spin first or defer?
This is where I would ask Mike Hanley what he would do, and he would tell me to go first. But he's also terrible. So,
Okay.
nah, not tonight. Let's go second.
Okay, Jacob, this will be your first spin.
Okay.
Hey!
And in the category of opponent's choice, Nazario, what would you like to give Jacob?
This is a good question. Let's try the 90s.
Okay. Giving Jacob
Not the route I thought you were going to take, but okay.
Dylan, why don't you give Jacob his questions in the category of the 1990s?
Sure. Your first question in the category of the 1990s. What 90s film features the title character being won in a contest in a country fair?
In a county fair.
County fair, my bad.
You're good.
Multiple choice, please.
All right. Your options are A, Babe, B, Beethoven, C, Polly, or D, Dunstan checks in.
A, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Just a reminder for singles, we do not need final answer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good.
All right. Yeah. Your next question. Who directed The Usual Suspects?
Oh shit. Multiple choice. If I hear the name.
Your options are A, Joel Schumacher, B, Bryan Singer, C, Todd Haynes, or D, Curtis Hanson.
B.
That is correct for 1 point.
Dang. I'm sorry. I'm clearing my throat so much. It's allergies. I'm gonna try to stop.
Good. Yeah. Your third question. How does mob boss Norman Stansfield die in Leon the Professional? Nazario, can we get both hands on screen, please? There you go.
Oh, okay. Here goes. Leon pulls a grenade, so via an explosion.
That is correct for 2 points. We just needed explosion, but it is specifically a grenade explosion.
Okay,
So there you go.
I gave too much.
What's the type of grenade, though?
All right, your next question. What type of location did Sam work at before he died in Ghost?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, a library, B, a hospital, C, a bank, or D, a school.
Let's go with A.
A is unfortunately incorrect. Nazario for the 1-point steal. Is it A, a library, B, a hospital, C, a bank, or D, a school?
I think he was murdered because he discovered something he wasn't supposed to, and I don't think that works in a school. So I'm gonna go with bank.
That is correct for the 1-point steal.
Okay.
Good shit.
All right. Then your final question in this category, Jacob. Sylvester Stallone, Harvey Keitel, and Ray Liotta star in which 90s drama?
Copland.
Damn it.
That is correct for 2 points.
Lovely movie from James Mangold.
It's fucking great.
So after that, Dylan, I have Jacob getting a score up to 10, Nazario getting 1 steal, getting a score up to 6. Is that what you
That
have?
is what I have. Yep.
All right, we'll bring the wheel in for Nazario's first spin. You land on the category directed by Brad Bird. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
You know what? Sure, I'll keep it.
Okay,
Wait.
keep that.
Did I already? Yeah. Okay.
You said you were sure.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to be giving you your questions in the category of directed by Brad. I'd like him to keep your opponent's strength. Nazario, are you prepared?
No, not at all.
Okay, interesting. Your first question in the category directed by Brad Bird. Who plays Ursula, a store owner in Tomorrowland?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, Catherine Hahn, B, Tina Fey, C, Jennifer Aniston, or D, Christina Applegate?
A.
A, Catherine Hahn is correct. Your second question. In Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, what is the code name of Kurt Hendricks?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, sulfur, B, copper, C, cobalt, or D, topaz?
Cobalt.
Cobalt is correct for 1 point. Chipping away. As we head into your third question. In Ratatouille, what does Django show Remy to convince him that humans are dangerous?
Rat traps for exterminators.
That is incorrect, Jacob. A chance for a 2-point steal.
Let's see. It's a storefront full of dead rats. Final answer.
We have exterminated rats. I am going to accept that for 2 points.
Okay.
Would you like to challenge, Nazario?
Are the rat traps? They're dead rats in traps. Because it's an exterminator store.
I asked you a yes or no question.
And I ask you a question back. Challenge.
Your fourth. Are you
Challenge.
actually?
Yeah, because there are also the rat traps in the fucking window. Go.
Okay, we'll be right back after this challenge.
Is that a challenge?
All right, after looking into the scene, we did see quite a few rat traps, so we are going to be giving Nazario the points. Nazario will be keeping his challenge. Game is tied 10-10. Nazario, your penultimate question in the category of directed by Brad Bird. Who composed the score for The Iron Giant?
Come on, man. Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, Michael Giacchino, B, Michael Kamen, C, Alan Menken, or D, Hans Zimmer?
Menken.
Can you say that again?
Alan Menken.
That is incorrect, Jacob. A chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Michael Giacchino, B, Michael Kamen, C, Alan Menken, or D, Hans Zimmer?
Let's go with A.
That is incorrect. We were looking for B, Michael Kamen.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, and your final question in the category of directed by Brad Bird. While evading capture, Mr. Incredible discovers the remains of what hero in The Incredibles?
That one. Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, Dynaguy, B, Thunderhead, C, Gazer Beam, or D, Gamma Jack?
C.
C, Gazer Beam is correct for 1 point. So,
Okay,
Nazario,
it's turned off. I turned it back on. Give me a second.
so Nazario evaded that category pretty well. Got a score up to 11. Jacob remaining at 10. Is that what you have, Dylan?
That is what I have, yeah.
All right, but anything happens when we move into round number 3, also known as the Pick Your Poison round, where the match competitors went back and forth, drafting categories that would appear in this round. They will go back and forth once again, drafting categories that they would like to answer questions from. The categories that your opponents drafted were animation, horror, family, sci-fi, fantasy, 1990s, action adventure, comedies, and music. Your competitors will draft their categories right now. All right, your competitors have chosen their categories. Jacob, you are behind. What would you like for your first question?
I will take music, please.
All right, your 1-pointer in the category of music. Alan Parker directed what 1980s film that chronicles the life of several teenagers attending a school for performing arts?
Fame?
That is correct for 1 point. And we have a tie game, but Nazario, you have more questions. What would you like for your 1-pointer?
Comedies.
All right. Then your question in the category of comedy. Who directed Some Like It Hot?
Billy Wilder.
That is correct for 1 point.
All right, sending the game back to Jacob. Jacob, what would you like for your 2-pointer?
Let's go with sci-fi, please.
All right, your 2-pointer in the category of sci-fi fantasy. Who plays Irene in Gattaca?
Uma Thurman.
Correct for 2 points. Sending it back to Nazario. What would you like for your 2-pointer?
Family.
All right. Your 2-point question in family. Who plays prison chef Knuckles McGinty in Paddington 2?
Brendan Gleeson.
That is correct for 2 points.
Nice game of tennis we got going. We're going to be going back to Jacob. What would you like for your 3-pointer?
90s, please.
All right, your 3-pointer in the category of 90s. Kevin Bacon and John C. Reilly play 2 criminals who are on the run from the law after robbing a county fair in what 90s film?
Miller's Crossing, I don't know.
That is unfortunately incorrect. We're looking for The River Wild.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't have gotten that.
So it all comes down to this. Jacob must hit his 4-pointer in the category of horror. If he does, he sends the game back to Nazario. If he doesn't, Nazario wins the game. Jacob, your 4-pointer in the category of horror. In Midsommar, Danny and Christian take a trip with their friends because Christian's friend Josh is visiting to do what?
To bring a family member back out of the cult in question. Final answer.
And your winner, Nazario Montenegro. We were looking for write a college university paper. We are going to be moving on to post-match interview, starting with our unfortunate second-place finisher tonight. Jacob, I think you played a really good game. You kept it close the entire round. Was just behind on Nazario out of round one, just behind on Nazario in round two, and just some of those round three questions just didn't quite go your way. How are you feeling after tonight?
It hurts, but you know what? I'm not even really mad at myself. The ones that I lost on are ones that I have not seen. So, I mean, I've seen Midsommar, but I saw it once in theaters and then never again. I have thoughts on Ari Aster, but I digress. Congrats, Nazario. Well deserved. I guess we are 1-1. That means a rubber match is gonna happen at some point, and I will be prepared for that when that eventually happens.
I would normally ask who you would like to face again, but I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's probably Nazario Montenegro. Thank you so much for playing, Jacob. It's always great to see you. But we are going to be moving on to the interview with our winner tonight, Nazario. You played a really solid game, always just keeping like a little bit better than Jacob the entire match. I thought you were crazy taking your opponent's strength, but you navigated pretty decently. How are you feeling after the win tonight?
One, yeah, that was a stupid call. When you said Brad Bird, I just remember the cartoons. I forgot he actually directed other movies. Two, I'm not going to prepare for my next match with Jacob because I don't do that. And three, I hope he finally shuts up about that one time he beat me, because I came from 10 hours of work, sleeping. I just showed up and I beat him. That should be, even kill. So, congrats, guys, for the fastest reaction to an honest-to-God challenge ever.
That's fair. Nazario, when you do come back, you are going to be playing the winner in this tournament between Raiko and Dean. Between those two players, who would you like to play?
I don't want to play Dean again. I lost to him somewhere. I don't remember where it was, but he beat me. I'll do the beard guy.
Raiko, okay. Thank you so much, Nazario. Dylan, final thoughts on this match? You are muted, good sir.
Yeah, good match overall. Very competitive, back and forth. It's what you like to see in these matches. Just some tough threes and 4-pointers for Jacob there. Maybe could have used, I think, the repeats to, get to think through the Midsommar question there. It seemed like he was kicking himself once he heard the right answer. So unfortunate for him. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Maybe this sets up a trilogy in the future now that they're 1-1. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see where Nazario goes in the tournament from here. Should be good. It should be entertaining.
I would be excited for that rubber match, but I'm super excited to see where the golden ticket tournament brings us. But on behalf of Nazario, on behalf of Jacob, on behalf of everyone here at Multiplex Movie Melee, I'm Pacing the Cinemaster Johnson. That's Dylan Bishop. That's Dylan Van Thine. Have a great night.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.